Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Brad Sanders, and I'm a very good friend of Jedda Jones. We've known each other for many years, and tonight we're just sharing some memories of our good friends. And one of our dear friends is Myra J. Myra,
Hey, Brad. Hey,
hey,
Brad.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the thing I miss about Jedda, nobody could say baby like
Hey, shit, baby.
yeah. Whenever I would call her, she would say that. She hear my voice, or she knew it was me, and she say that. I always enjoyed that.
Yep. She was New Orleans, and New Orleans was her. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Inside and out. I, and I am terrible with dates, but I want to say Jetta and I met back, it had to be ooh, late 80s, early 90s, but we were both comedians on the circuit out there getting started, trying to make it happen. And she was absolutely talented, funny, beautiful, a great actress, writer, poet, you name it. Jetta could do it. And she had the gift of gab, never met a stranger, never met a stranger.
Okay.
Yes, she was one of my casino buddies. Anybody could tell you, both of us loved the slot machines. One of our early trips to New Orleans, she said, "Girl, I'm gonna take you around here to the casino." Okay, we go to get a rental car, go straight to the casino before we even drop our luggage off. And she's doing her thing, I'm doing mine. I go to check on Jetta, and Jetta says, "Ma, I just want a car." And I was like, a
What?
car, like a real car. Yes, Jetta won a car, a real
Wow.
car, not a Lego car, a real car. And we both screaming and jumping up and down, yeah, yeah. Then after all the technicalities are done, she says to me, because we're in New Orleans, both of us lived in Los Angeles. She said, "Now you're gonna have to drive this car back to LA because I don't drive on the freeway." And I was like, "Girl, you must be out your mind." I am not driving a car by myself from New Orleans to LA. You better ship this car. But yep, she had that hot red Mustang. I don't remember
Yeah, I
if,
remember that Mustang.
yep, she won that car.
Yeah, I remember when she won it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
but
was
this was
there.
your story.
I was there. Yeah, so that was just one. We have just so many memories. We traveled together, and of course, writing. Me, you, her, Mary Boyce doing It's Your World. That was just a weekly joy. Just seeing what everybody had come up with. I I love to tell the story about when we was writing the first episode, and you and Jetta had Ed Regal and Fontella was in the closet having sex on the first episode or something. Mary and I was like, "Okay, you may want to pull back on that. We're going to get there eventually." But
Yeah, they were always our buffers. Every time we have a brilliant, wonderful, exciting idea, here comes Myra, and then
I,
Minnie with co-signing. Why don't we get on the air first? I mean,
right. Here I come, little Miss Killjoy,
yeah,
stopping all the fun and stuff. But she
but
was
somebody had to
she
have
was
some sense.
she was a wonderful writer, and then her characters, of course, the most famous one, Miss Dupree, and I, what used to crack me up when Jetta and Miss Dupree would get into an argument.
Yeah, and she created the one of the most popular characters, Redbone.
Yep, sure did.
She said it was one of her friends who thought he was a hard gangster, and that inspired the one she created titled Redbone, and he was all that.
Yep. Of course, people knew her as Miss Dupree, but she also did another weekly character, Kitty Mambo. Kitty Mambo
Oh, Kelly Mambo.
come
Yeah,
from
Kelly Mambo.
Laurel, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's Kelly Mambo. She had that,
Yeah,
she put that character, man. That used to crack me up.
yep,
Wow.
yep. She would do that. And then we had acting parts in, let's see, Talking Dirty After Dark, Indecent Proposal, which was really fun for us. If you remember Indecent Proposal, that was the movie with Robert Redford and Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore where he paid $1 million You
You were
know,
in the casino scene, weren't you?
yeah, of course we were.
Yeah, of course. That was in your rider. You
Right,
in the
right.
casino somewhere.
Yes, and it was myself, Jedda, and another great comedian, Edwanda White.
Oh
And
man,
yeah,
yeah,
and they basically explained to us what the scene was and said we were high rollers and just go for it, make something up. So that was so much fun that we just got to kind of ad lib and work with one another doing that. Then just traveling, doing the sky shows, went everywhere from Africa to Dubai to Paris. Just a lot of fun. She would
yeah.
truly be missed, truly.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing Jedda in a casino, sent for the manager to complain because she had won the money yet. Like, Negress, this is a casino. That's what I'm thinking. But now I'm supposed to be. And they start giving us some little tchotchkes and T-shirts and stuff trying to pacify her because she was just outdone. Oh, I'm supposed to be done won some money by now.
And trust me, I feel her because I'm like, yeah, because to me, after I drop so many coins, I know it's in favor of the house, but Hassa never,
Mhm.
mathematically speaking,
It would seem,
give me something to play with. Yes,
yeah, absolutely. If they ain't doing nothing but giving you some more camera money.
something. Give me something here. Yes, absolutely. And she had her saying was, I got the gift and I got to use it.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
what
of all these things, what do you think you will remember most about her when she comes to mind?
her accent, her laugh, just her New Orleans flair. She truly, she loved her family, her daughter and grandkids, her mom. But it was just the thing about it was all about New Orleans. I can never think about New Orleans without thinking about Jedda, for sure.
True that. True that. Thank you so much for popping in, Myra. You're welcome
You're
to stay as
welcome.
long as you want to, but I mean, but it's always good to be with you under any circumstance.
Thank you. Same here. But I know you have many people wanting to pop in and say wonderful words about our girl, Jedda Jones,
All right.
aka Miss Dupree, aka Kitty Mambo, aka whoever else was in her head at the time.
AKA, I want to go where they're going.
Yeah, it was always a party. She said, anytime you have a drink and chips, it's a party. Yeah, it's a party.
Party.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
man.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
All right. Bye bye.
Another one of our dear friends, Mary Flowers Boyce, is coming on in.
It's a sad day, but also a joyous day because I get a chance to talk about one of my favorite people, Jedda. I've known Jedda since the mid 90s when we met once the Tom Joyner Morning Show got underway, and Brad and Myra and Jedda got started with the iconic radio soap opera It's Your World and brought me in. Brad brought me in to be a writer. I was the least seasoned writer on the staff, but I mean, it was such a joy and it was such a great opportunity. I couldn't believe it. I felt so blessed to be working with Brad, Myra, and Jay, and I mean, Brad, Myra, and Jedda. And I got a chance to work a lot with Jedda because in the midst of doing It's Your World, Myra started writing for another TV show. She was gone for a bit. So for a while, it was just me, Jedda, and Brad. And LA had this bad earthquake, and Jedda would not drive. We used to meet different places to write. So I would have to drive to Jedda's house. And Brad, you would come to those meetings too, because that was before. I mean, we didn't have any choice. We had no internet, no, I don't even, we
Before the
barely had
internet?
cell phones. It was like really,
Oh,
really
come on. Now, I had a cell phone.
archaic.
I
And
had a cell
so, so I would drive to Jedda's house and she lived right by the Comedy Store, I believe.
Yep.
And yeah,
On Laugh Factory. She lived near the Laugh Factory.
and she would, before we could work, I mean, those were the longest sessions I've ever had, longest writing sessions, because she would make pralines before before we could write. She said, "I made you some candy, baby," and we eat and write and laugh and just come up with stuff. And I had different relationships with each one of the writers. And Myra and I, we clicked in certain ways, and Jedda and I clicked in certain ways because Jedda had a quirkier sense of humor, and that kind of was like mine. So we would come up with some really silly and fun things. And the thing about Jedda was she was so brilliant, and she was serious about her craft. She didn't type some of the things like that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
She didn't type her
No,
stuff.
my hand in my hand.
You know, a person is brilliant if they could get that far as a TV writer without owning a typewriter or a computer. But that's how good she was. People still wanted to work with her. And I have a really good memory I want to share. And you guys, I mean, a lot of people probably know this, but if you don't, Jenna was supposed to play the role Whoopi Goldberg had in the movie Ghost. She was up for the part. She had gotten the part. And then Whoopi became available, it was the bigger name rule. And Whoopi felt so bad about it because she knew Jedda had nailed her audition. And because she felt that way about it, she put Jedda on a show that she was doing when Whoopi was touring. She had several dates, and it was Whoopi and two other comics, and Jedda was one of them. And I was blessed to see them. They came to LA. I think they were at the Comedy Act Theater, and they did a show there. Or maybe it was Dallas, wherever it was. I got a chance. Or maybe it was Kansas, but wherever it was, I got a chance.
Brussels. Maybe it was Brussels.
I got a chance to see it, David and I, and we got a chance to meet Whoopi. It was just a great night. And memories like that, I hadn't thought about that in years, but I saw Whoopi on a podcast just yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, I wonder if she knows about Jedda. I don't know. You got Whoopi's number on you? You might, Brad. If you do, give her a call and let her know the fabulous Jedda Jones is getting her rest.
Thank you. Next to share, comedian, filmmaker, Marcus Head.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Mr. Brad Sanders for allowing me to share a few words about my friend Jedda Jones. And I also like to express my condolences to Reese and the rest of the family. Jedda was a mentor to a lot of people, and including myself. And what a lot of people don't know is Jedda Jones was one of the first pioneers of Black females to grace the stage and do it successfully. Back in the 80s, when Jedda was doing her comedy, there was only a handful of people that was doing comedy, like Sherry Hemphill, rest in peace, Marsha Warfield, also Thea Vidal, and I believe Sylvia Morrison, and I believe Phyllis Stickley, and Myra J. But Jedda was different because she was a woman of many firsts. Jedda was the first Black woman to be elected into the Smithsonian Library as a Black woman. She also was the first Black female comedian to ever perform in front of the Queen. A lot of people don't know that as well. And I'm proud to announce that Jedda and I have agreed to do her documentary. And I did have a chance before her passing to get her interview in. And we're going to tell some wonderful stories about how she got on Tom Joyner, how she was a staple on that show. And Brad and Myra J created the It's Your World soap opera that Tom Joyner loved and we all loved growing up. And Jedda Jones was part of that segment on multiple occasions. And then we're going to talk about a lot of things a lot of people don't know about Jedda. Things about the first movie that Martin Lawrence ever was in was Talking Dirty After Dark. And Jedda Jones was one of the leads in the film with her husband in the movie John Witherspoon, and Martin was messing around with her. And it's a classic. Please go check it out. But also, Jedda did a lot of things you guys don't know. She was in Ray. She also, as I mentioned, Tom Joyner Morning Show, which we will have the cast of the Tom Joyner Morning Show on the documentary, including Mr. Brad Sanders, Sybil Wilkes, Tom, of course, Tom Joyner, Damon Williams, and Myra J. We also have Hope Flood, one of her real good friends. But let me tell you a quick story about Jedda. Jedda was a mentor in New York to a lot of famous comedians who used to call her mama, the she mama of comedy. They was all, she told me, and this is in the documentary, how they all used to gather at a restaurant. And I'm talking Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Jerry Seinfeld. And they would all just continue to run jokes by each other. Jedda was a part of that whole circle with them. Also, Jedda used to have the Wayans brothers over, and she said they used to come over and eat all her Cornish hens. And even the story about Jamie Foxx, where she talks about how Jamie was about to go on his first show and do stand up, and he was very nervous. And when he came over her house, of course, to eat first, because a lot of comics we didn't have no money to eat, she had Jamie sit on top of her refrigerator and recite his monologue, his stand-up performance. She said over 100 times. So we're going to tell some great stories about Jedda. And like I said, she was a pioneer. She was someone that I greatly admired. Jedda and I also was working on a project that we are going to finish, a film. So we're looking forward to it. And I just wanted to say, people like Jedda, that was a tough cookie, man. She's been sick for many years and had some health issues, but she was one of them people like, hey, she's still alive? Yeah, that old girl is still alive. Shout out to her because she, even when she was down and sick, she still had just that humorous side of her. And that's something I always remember. During all her pain, even during the interview when she was trying to sit up and prop up, I was like, you want to take some time? She's like, no, I'm going to do it. You know, her famous line. And she said, let me fix my wig. And then she'd fix her wig and then she'll just didn't want to take a break. So I'm definitely proud and happy to share the wonderful stories and look forward to spreading the love. And you guys get to hear the story of one Jedda Jones. M-Head Films production. And my name, Marcus Head. I will be the director of the project. If anyone has any questions, wants to ask anything, or wants to be part of the interview, just reach out to me at mheadfilms.com or filmmaker, the number 4, at mheadfilms@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your time.